Automakers have been building cars that reach a terrific speed, and we'll show them to you next. So pay attention, because many of them haven't even been officially test-driven yet. Top 10 Fastest Cars in the World. Number 10. Bugatti Chiron. I'm gonna start off with an injustice. I'll tell you why soon. The Bugatti Chiron is the imposing successor to the Bugatti Veyron Supersport that will surprise you shortly. You can easily recognize it because it has a rear line of 5.2 feet LED lights. Its 8-liter, 16-cylinder, Ford turbocharged engine is capable of being 1,479 horsepower and taking it from 0 to 62 miles in just 2.5 seconds. All these new features make it a super fast car. The problem? Due to tire limitations, they set a speed limit of only 261 miles per hour, which is a little less than its predecessor that doesn't have these improvements nor speed limitations. Its speed is speculated and hard to know because it has never been test-driven. So this is the injustice with this car. Anyway, this real gem costs about $2.7 million. Well, it's produced almost handcrafted in France, so there you go the price. Number 9. Bugatti Veyron Supersport. This is the predecessor of the Bugatti Chiron you've just seen, but unlike that one, this car was able to brag about a controversial Guinness World Record for the world's fastest production car for 3 years. In 2010, only one of the 30 Bugatti Veyron Supersport ever built reached 267 miles per hour, overthrowing the SSE Ultimate Aero. This was one of the fastest cars in the world at the time, but it's no longer in the rankings. For safety purposes, the Bugatti was known to be sold with a speed limit of 258 miles per hour, but the Guinness record stated that, actually, that speed change didn't overshadow its features such as the engines, which are the same used by its successor, the Chiron, and the aerodynamics. The problem was that, in 2013, the Hennessy Venom GT declared to have exceeded the commercial speed of the Bugatti Veyron Supersport, managing to get the Guinness records to back out and strip the Bugatti of its title. Well, after all, it was the world's fastest production car. For the purposes of this top 10, only one should reach the maximum speed, but that doesn't make it a production car, so the Bugatti lost the title. What a scandal. Can you imagine what would have happened if they had removed the speed limit of the Bugatti Chiron? Number 8. Hennessy Venom GT. It's time to show you the car that got the title from the Bugatti Veyron Supersport, the famous Hennessy Venom GT. This car was one of the flagships of the Hennessy company that has achieved multiple records thanks to this car. It succeeded in accelerating from 0 to 186 miles in 13.6, overthrowing the Koenigsegg Agera R. This feat also gave it the Guinness record for the fastest time for a 2-seater production car. Its acceleration from 0 to 100 miles in 5.6 seconds is also another world record. This is all due to its powerful 7-liter, 8-cylinder engine that has 1,244 horsepower. The complaint that got the Guinness record stripped from the Bugatti Veyron Supersport was for exceeding 265 miles per hour. However, its builders say it can reach 278 miles per hour. Should we believe them? Given the specifications and awards, let's just do it. Besides, the cars that will come next are so new that most of them haven't been tested on tracks yet, and we have no choice but to trust what the companies specify. Number 7. Singer 21C. Hear me out. You're about to watch one of the most modern cars on this top 10. In fact, only 80 units will be released in 2023, each one priced at over $2 million. What can a 2-seater like the Singer 21C have to fetch that price? Gold? Kinda. This is a hybrid car that runs on a 2.8-liter 8-cylinder mechanical engine located at the rear and 2 zero-emission electric engines associated with each of the front wheels, making it an all-wheel drive car. And not only this, but it's about 1,267 horsepower and weighs only 2,733 pounds. That is, less than 2 pounds per horsepower. An exorbitant amount that allows it to reach 280 miles per hour of maximum speed according to its builders. As I highlighted earlier, some cars are so new that we'll be relying on the specs. Though, to be honest, it wouldn't be surprising if the Singer 21C runs at that speed and even higher. Number 6. Koenigsegg Agera RS. We're talking about the car that is the continuation of the Koenigsegg Agera R, the car that lost out its title of the fastest acceleration to the Hennessy Venom GT. To get it even, the manufacturers of the Koenigsegg created a monstrous 2-turbo, 5-liter, 8-cylinder engine that is about 1,160 horsepower and has the ability to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles in just 2.8 seconds. This is how Koenigsegg achieved another record, accelerating from 0 to 400 kilometers per hour in just 36.4 seconds, beating the Bugatti Chiron that needed 5 more seconds. The creators didn't want to sit back and do nothing, so they decided to raise the stakes. They measured the speed of their new car using the specifications of the Guinness records, clearly alluding to the controversial previous marks. As a result, they managed to hit 276 miles per hour by averaging 2 laps, but with the top speed of, keep your ears open, 283 miles per hour. What an incredible mark! Number 5. SSC Tuatara. The SSC Tuatara looks stunning thanks in part to its aerodynamic design inspired by a fighter jet. It has an 8-cylinder engine that is 1,750 horsepower and allows it to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles in 2.5 seconds. Its speed has been the subject of tremendous controversy. In 2020, after being test-driven, it stated with all its might to have reached 315 miles per hour. However, some viewers pointed out that the vehicle's speedometer wasn't shown in the broadcast, and several regulatory entities, such as the Guinness World Records, refused to validate the test because there weren't enough inspectors, and the other entities said it was because the measuring instruments hadn't been calibrated. A short while later, the SSC admitted the error and said they had miscalculated the speed and repeated the test, resulting in 286 miles per hour. It's a big difference, ain't it? Anyhow, if you want to own this super elegant car that is fast enough to be included in this top 10, you must invest no less than $1.6 million. Number 4. Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus. The French Bugatti wasn't gonna feel satisfied with only one number on this top 10. That's why it built the Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus, and, as its name implies, it can reach a speed of over 300 miles per hour, specifically 304 miles per hour, shown on the Volkswagen's Era Lucene test track. It has a 16-cylinder, 8-liter engine that has 1,578 horsepower. This rather exclusive model keeps the elegant orange and black design of its predecessors, and only 30 units have been built, bringing its price to $3.9 million. Number 3. Bugatti Bolide. This car is the newest of all, so much so that it has no price and they're still assessing whether or not to produce it in series. This is Bugatti's attempt to enter the world of race cars, as if it hadn't already been trying with its Chiron cars. Like the Chiron Supersport 300 Plus, this car has a 16-cylinder, 8-liter engine that is capable of being 1,825 horsepower. It just weighs 2,733 pounds, giving it a surprising weight-to-power ratio of 1.4 pounds per horsepower. As you can imagine, this is an extremely light car. The obsession with reducing weight led them to use screws and other titanium parts that were also hollow, like they use in aircraft production, and to print them in 3D. Plus, this car is known to be able to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.17 seconds, and its top speed is 310 miles per hour. Number 2. Hennessy Venom F5. The all-out war between Bugatti and Hennessy continues, and this is its latest chapter. If Bugatti is testing its overland fighter jet, Texan Hennessy isn't far behind with its Venom F5. This tremendous car has a powerful twin-turbo engine dubbed the 8-cylinder, 6.6-liter Fury that is 1,817 horsepower and can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.8 seconds. Since it only weighs 3,053 pounds, the weight-to-power ratio is 2 pounds per horsepower. With all this information, this car can obviously reach 311 miles per hour, a record that makes it clear that you better not mess with Texas. Only 24 units of this very fast car have been produced at a price of $1.8 million. But if you're an Arab sheik and are taking out your wallet, I have bad news for you. All units have already been sold. I'm glad that you got this far. It's time to step on the gas to watch the fastest car in the world. Number 1. Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute. This is the latest creation of the Swedish car company that is ready to claim the title of the fastest car in the world, with its impressive 330 miles per hour. The Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute uses a 5-liter engine that is about 1,603 horsepower. Its rear, which was supposed to be the same as that of its cousin, the Koenigsegg Jesko, was modified. The rear wing was removed to increase speed, and 2 wings inspired by fighter planes were added to gain stability and reduce resistance. Plus, it has set up a special 9-speed automatic transmission technology called light speed transmission that allows it to change speed almost immediately. Are you surprised? Well, we'll see what the automakers come up with next year. If you don't want to miss any top 10 with car news, subscribe and turn on the notifications. See you in the next video.